Well, hello there, motherfuckers. And I have come from the First Order to tell everybody to shut the fuck up about Star Wars The Force Awakens. It's a good movie. It's an excellent movie. In fact, it beat Avatar. It's the top grossing movie in the world. Already beat Avatar out. And all I'm hearing is complaints. We should be happy. Star Wars, the great franchise, after so many complaints about the prequels, we finally got a movie that many people could get behind. And most people are, but we have a lot of people who, kind of just prove that all they're doing is bitching. We have some people who are saying these movies are worse than the prequels. You've got to be fucking kidding me. I know I sound a lot like Brad, but I'm not. I swear I'm a stormtrooper, damn it. The thing is, what people are saying about this movie, racist, pro feminist, it's Star Wars. My God, I've never seen people take this movie to another level, to a negative level. This movie is not about hurting people or damaging lives or trying to make life tough for you, but you're making life hard for everybody else, including yourself, by saying a movie that's just here to entertain, inspire the masses, dazzle your eyes, you know, uh, evoke your emotions. It's what Star Wars has always been about, what it was always intended to be. When George Lucas first, came up with the concept for it, he wanted to bring joy to people's lives. And that's what it brings to everybody's life. I wouldn't have a job if it weren't for Star Wars. Now they're saying the movie is too much like A New Hope. Saying Star Wars is greatest hits. The thing is, you complain that the prequels are too different from the original trilogy. Now we have a movie that is a lot like the original trilogy, but now you're saying it's too much like the original trilogy. Go fuck yourselves. I gotta say that right now. Just stop. Just completely stop. I've had enough. I've had enough to hear with you people. Way hard. You can't even see my hand in the video. That's where I've had it up to here with you guys. Enough. You make a complaint about the prequels. These are valid complaints. I understand Jar Jar Binks. The acting is maybe not as good. We don't have a lot of those classic moments. There's a lot of things that the prequels were lacking. They're different movies, different style of directing from George Lucas this time around. I totally get that. You know, on in some levels they dropped the ball in certain departments and categories when it came to the prequels. I talked about that. Well, Brad talked about in the prequel vids. I'm not Brad. I swear I'm not. I'm just borrowing his channel to talk to all you jobbers. I'm here to talk about Star Wars. See, I'm a stormtrooper, damn it. Am I a little too short to be a stormtrooper? No, I'm not. Yeah. And those weren't the droids I was looking for. They were different motherfuckers. Anyway, but the thing is, you made complaints, valid complaints. J.J. Abrams listened to those complaints. And he made a good movie that was totally different than the prequels. He removed all the complaints. No silly, stupid characters like Jar Jar Binks. No, not even like an Ewok, and that was in the original trilogy. No creatures like that. No tiny little creatures to complain about. No Gungans, no Ewoks, no nothing. Nothing. Nothing like that at all. You didn't have any of that crap. No baby, no fucking marketable toys, little creatures, that you could accuse George Lucas wasn't even had anything to do with this. He just maybe had a little bit of supervision on the project. It was J.J. Abrams. Made sure that this movie wouldn't offend anybody. No nothing that to remind them of the prequels. None of that type of nonsense. Goes to extra lengths to ensure that. As I said, no creatures, no nothing. Nothing that could fuck this movie up and make people complain. And so what does he do? He uses the basis, the best basis, the original Star Wars movies. It was the best thing to go on. Are there similarities between A New Hope? Yes, because in order to evoke the magic of the original trilogy, you do have to borrow a couple of things. You can't make it totally different. You can't just make it some totally different movie that's gonna change everything. You're not even gonna recognize the movie then. So I don't understand how you can complain about a movie reminding you too much of your favorites. There wasn't different characters, a different plot. Perhaps it was similar with the droid carrying information and the girl living on a desert planet. But aside from those similarities, I mean, isn't that pretty much what Star Wars is about? Fighting, the Sith and heroes, trying to save the galaxy. I mean, there is going to be similarities, and why not base it off of one of the best storylines and borrow a couple of things? You have to borrow so people could recognize it. I fail to see the point. This just proves that certain fans will just bitch about something. And the thing is, then it's pretty much that you just hate Star Wars. Maybe Star Wars is not for you then. Because if you can't appreciate something that tried to please you in the most sincere way possible, this was a love letter to Star Wars fans. And this is like you pulled your pants down and took a big shit on it. So you people do not know what you want. You'll never know what you want. You got what you wanted, and you still complained. Fuck you. First Order hates you. We're going to destroy this planet because it's full of a bunch of jobbers, a bunch of fucking nobodies, and a bunch of complaining, whiny little bitches. Ha! That's not bread. It's different, ha. Okay.